Hello everyone and welcome to Daria Draws. Today I am repainting an old artwork of mine that I did roughly 10 years ago. Of course I do not agree with certain things I did when I was 16 years old, so I am giving this painting a new life. Another reason why I'm doing these repaintings is that I'm older now and I can convey the message or mood of the painting I wanted to back then, but now I just have the resources and the needed skill to do so. The bones of the painting were definitely going to stay, so the character with the ginger hair and the bow tie was definitely the main focus, but some of the colors were just too loud and too obvious, and I would like to play with the halftones a little bit and make everything look just a bit more subtle. Also, I decided to improve the structure of the face and the shoulders a little bit because it was just too narrow to potentially be realistic. As you can see, I have entirely removed the dark charcoal sort of shadow from the face just because it isn't natural and it's not how shadow falls onto a face in real life. So instead I decided to bring in softer tones that would look a little bit more natural and human-like. So once the main structures of the face and the hair are done, I'm moving on to the clothes. As they're also important to the portrait, they can say a lot about a character. And now also the background will complement that green-blue blazer. It is going to be like a guacamole, a lime sort of color. So the background will be a warmer green and then the blazer will be a darker and cooler green, and I think that just makes the painting a little more subtle, and as I said, I want to make it a little less contrasting. Working on the facial features is probably the most important part of the whole process. Even though this is a fully made-up character, I don't have any model and this is just my pure imagination. Even though I said I don't want any dark shadows, there still must be some kind of a contrast in the painting, so I'm adding just a few darker bits and that will conclude the first session. Now I'm moving on to the second and final session for this painting. I'm just pre-mixing certain colors like the fleshy tones, hair, and background, so I have an organized palette that will save me a lot of time. Now the goal of this session is to make the portrait look believable, and that's why we need to add certain details, enhance some of the lighting, add more freckles, and etc. Adding some of the flesh tones into the background will also help to unite the portrait and the background. So you have to have a little bit of the green in the face and a little bit of that pinky fleshy tone in the green background. It may seem like a minor detail, but I really like to accentuate that because it adds a little bit of a daring feel. I'm also adding a little bit of the background green into the blazer just to unite the painting even further, and also into the shirt so that everything has a little bit of that green, even if it's very subtle. Now I decided to turn the original bow tie into a butterfly because in my language, bow tie and butterfly are the same word. It just depends on the context, how you use it. So I thought it would be an interesting detail and a little bit of wordplay in there. And of course, I chose the butterfly that has reddish and orange details in it just to complement the hair and again, unite the colors in the painting. As you might have noticed, I do not put too many details in the clothes or the butterfly or the background. I mainly concentrate on the face, and that's because it's the main focus. Even though it is important to accentuate certain things in the background and the clothes, the face is definitely the centerpiece of this work. Now all I have to do is add some texture, some highlights, and just make sure everything looks cohesive. The painting took about 8 hours to fix, and I'm quite pleased with the result. I hope you enjoyed the video as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave an encouraging comment, and I'll see you in the next video.